We should have brought.
While we talk about
I
the
only grabbed this
season
one.
with Zach over here. So, Zach, I got to ask you, first of all, what are your expectations for Razorback football this season?
I'm in a wait-and-see mode, quite honestly. There's a lot of questions. There's a brand new team, 40 new freshmen and transfers that have joined in, new coaches on the roster, new attitudes. It's a brand new team, so I'm sort of in a wait-and-see mode. I don't know how much we're going to learn against Pine Bluff, but we're sure going to get some answers next week against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, talking about those changes, I mean, obviously, Bobby Petrino is back. What do you think that brings to the offense of the Razorbacks?
Order, finally. Last year, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Last year's offense was a disaster. And to have Bobby Petrino, who is a known taskmaster and drilling down on details, is a great thing. It's certainly going to help them. They can't be any worse on the offensive line than they were last year. This year is certainly going to be improved. And tonight against Pine Bluff, all you're looking to do is, can we run the ball? Can we order of operations? Can we get out of the huddle? No pre-snap penalties, that sort of thing.
We're going to learn a lot. What do you think the team is lacking? I know it's hard to say. We haven't really seen them a lot in action.
And that's one of the great questions. Nobody knows. We really don't know anything about what they have. I think you can take some of the transfers. Taylor Green, for example, last year, not a great down-the-field thrower. Has Bobby Petrino fixed that? With better weapons, is he more accurate? Those are the questions I think we'll get answered over the next couple of weeks.
Okay, good.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so it is my mission. I am not a sporty girl. Okay, I did theater. Okay, well, I know you did theater too, but I was like, yeah, but I was a geek. Okay, so. If you are not, it's my mission to get into sports, right? And so if you are somebody that doesn't really know much about football, but you want to show spirit, how can you do that?
On our show, we have an ongoing argument about how we call the hogs, whether you're using spirit fingers or jazz fingers.
I don't know these things.
Or as I was taught when I was a freshman at the university, none of that. Now there's an officially the university will tell you use your jazz fingers. This is the first step into Razorbackdom, is whether or not you'll be judged on this, and we're very judgy about it. You have to do it correctly.
We know jazz hands, so.
Best thing I can tell
you.
you
is it fingers or is it hands or is it just straight up?
I go straight up. There are people that use jazz fingers. I've seen people use jazz hands.
Yeah.
Look around you.
Okay.
Know your surroundings. If people are using jazz fingers, follow them.
Okay. That's a good entry point right there. What do you use, Betsy?
I use the flat hand. That's how I learned it.
Right, that's how we learned it.
Just the straight up
just
hand.
The straight up hand.
Class of '95. We don't use straight.
But the official position is
jazz
fingers.
Jazz fingers.
Okay, interesting. Zach, when we're looking at the whole of college football, the landscape, I mean, obviously everyone is excited about kickoff weekend. Razorbacks play tonight. What should we be paying attention to? What teams are going to rise to the top this year?
I think we're looking at the usual suspects. There's 12 teams that are competing for a national title every year. With the 12-team playoff, things have changed a little bit. See who kind of sneaks in there. Some teams that may be off the radar. An Ole Miss, for example, can they get off to a hot start? But I think at the end, we're looking at Georgia, we're looking at Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan. Those will probably be the Final Four, and that's the way Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, likes it.
Yeah, probably. What about this 12-game playoff system that's a little bit different this year?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. 12 teams in. The top 4 conference winners get the top 4 seeds at a bye into the second round, and then we're getting on-site playoff games, which will be interesting. If you have to go to Wisconsin in November or December, that's cold, especially if you're a team from the South. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as we get going.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Zach, in my mission to learn more about football, where can I listen?
We're all over the state. You can get us on hitthatline.com, here in Fayetteville, 99.5, over in Harrison, 104.3, down in Fort Smith, 95.3, and in Hot Springs, 96.3. You can hear us from corner to corner.
So I have no excuse.
You have no excuse.
I could listen from anywhere.
Absolutely.
Well,
and you can enjoy this tailgate booth from anywhere as well.
That's
Thank you
exactly
all for filling us in, for filling our minds, for filling our bellies. We appreciate you.
Thank you.